Okay, then you don't get to go scroll through my thing and see what I post. Okay. Oh, hey, we're live. So, refresh it.
I'm going to refresh.
Thank you.
It's refreshing.
It's refreshing. It's a breath of freshing air. So,
there we go.
Hopefully, okay, click share.
Share.
Click share. You gotta click share.
Share.
Share
to page.
Yes, share to a page.
And
the naughty printmaker.
And
just
share.
Just share it. That's fine. Okay.
Sure.
I think now I should be able to see Facebook comments. Although you could just be on there and see Facebook comments and see if I can see them on Prism. You know what I mean? Just like have the sound turned off, but like watch the video. So like click on the video itself right now.
Okay. So I click.
Like click to expand.
And
okay.
Naughty printmaker.
It's a lag. Look, we can listen to us.
Sure. That's fine.
Please don't do it. Please don't do that. I hate it when you do that. I never know when you've turned the sound off on my computer and I just get mad and I yell at it for not having sound. You can just mute the video.
And see if I can see them.
No. Okay, again, that's the same thing. You just did the same thing in a different way.
only that involves a long press versus a short press.
Okay, so now you can see if there are any comments, and I'll see if Prism's gonna work, because it seems like when I'm streaming from my personal situation and not from my page, it's I'm distracted by his typing. It seems like I can see comments through Prism. You're my mod. I have mods now. Oh, you can moderate Twitch too. You can pull my Twitch channel up in another tab. Okay. I've already got Rosa's stream and Concrete
so
stream
I
going.
gotta bring up your channel now.
Yeah. Okay. So go in the corner there. You see my little antler deer lady. Thing. Right click.
That weirdness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or click on that. Right. No. Regular click.
Regular click.
And then, you can right click on my channel to open a new tab.
Right click, open link in new tab.
And then you'll have to mute that one too without.
Put those right next to each other so I can easily jump between them.
But you gotta mute it. If it's not already muted.
Nope, it's already muted.
Okay, good.
See?
Cool.
Wonderful things.
All right, so now that only took us 2 minutes and 45 seconds to figure out how to use
mod tabs.
No. You could also go moderate Periscope too if you really want to.
Well, okay, where's...
I have no idea. Periscope's the crazy land.
Dude, if you want half this video to be me looking up like where we have to go in Periscope to...
I have no idea. Okay.
I'm looking.
So, you don't even know... I don't even know if I'm logged into Periscope on that computer. That's the app. I don't have the app.
You're trying to do your intro.
I'm not trying to intro anything. I don't know what I'm introducing. This has been 3.5 minutes of us like futzing with my social media shit.
It's good. It shows integrity.
What?
Periscope is...
Oh, wait. They're getting rid of Periscope?
You're grateful for you going live together and being part of the community. Move to Twitter to continue watching and broadcasting.
Sure. Move to Twitter? I don't know what that's going to do while I'm live. I already...
Don't.
My Periscope account is my Twitter account.
I'm afeared.
No, go ahead and click move to Twitter. That's fine. I don't know what it's going to do, but that's fine. I don't know. That's my profile, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find it. You're live right here.
Oh, I'm live. I bet the sound's going to come on and we're going to hear another delayed us.
Yep. It's good because everybody gets a nice little demo right now.
My thing's not on. Aha, there we go. I don't know if that makes the lighting better or
now
worse.
A technical instruction video for working with 3 simultaneous live streams at once for moderation. When you're doing...
If you go subscribe to my YouTube channel and I get 100 subscribers, then it can be 4.
Ring that bell.
That's not... Okay. All right.
Okay, so I'm going to be moderating.
So by the way, even though I'm at home... Hello, home studio. Look. If I lean back, you can see Vincent chilling there, scowling at me. I'm still using Cleavage Cam because I couldn't figure out anything better to do with my camera that didn't seem excessively awkward. And I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I found this big old pile of printouts and sketches. Does the flash make it look too spotlighty? I feel like even though the light's not great, it's better. No, I guess it's better with the camera's light on. Yeah, so I found a pile of sketches and photos that I printed out and stuff. And I thought I'd do something with one of them. And then I thought I'd do something on a stone since I'm home. And then I was looking at the stones and I remembered this guy right about here that I started and haven't done anything with. And I think I have my erasing thing in here. Hey, in this jar, you see that thing that looks like white chalk that's buried at the bottom?
Yep.
Can you get it for me? So now I'm kind of thinking like I'm just going to work on this thing and get it done. Because I feel like I should have finished it last year. Like I should have made a concerted effort to get this done in 2020. So I'm going to work on it right now. And that'll be nice and mindless while we talk about whatever tonight. What are we talking about tonight? Social media, Jay?
I don't have my tabs.
What?
I'm looking for chalk.
What? No, it's you don't need to look for it. It's down there.
Yeah, I know.
My Tusche is like...
actually dig it up, though. Here.
It smells vaguely minty. Does this smell minty to you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Tusche smells minty. See, I swear it's... Oh, I know what it is. It's the white balance because I have the light on. So, yeah. Every time I put my super white things like this label in front of the thing, it wants to not work properly. So, you're bringing up tabs for us to talk about things?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you close that? Because it looks like Periscope's not even working.
No, Periscope's working.
Okay.
I think it's just lagging here a little bit, but it is catching up and syncing.
Okay.
I mean, fun fact, Periscope, Facebook Live, and Twitch all are slightly out of sync with each other. I'm trying to identify which one is the most current for those people to be within the last 5 seconds of the actual action.
It's probably, well, it's also probably a little laggy on that computer because, like I said, I've got them, like, muted right now, but I've literally got Rosa's and Ian's streams up right now, too.
Yeah.
So if you don't have anything to talk about, you can always unmute Ian and see what they're talking about, because he was listening to Trump's phone call earlier.
That is true.
But I don't think he is anymore. Where did I set those paper towels?
Oh, man.
Should probably just leave those there. We could talk about the union.
Yeah, apparently Alphabet's got a union now. Alphabet being the parent company of Google and all their affiliated properties, I guess.
Congratulations, Google employees, on your new union status.
Here we go. I'm just going to go with this.
So how does that work now? Like, is this like the first step? Just them saying, like, by the way, we're a union now.
I mean...
Like, does that, like, make them official and now they gotta go, like, collect dues or whatever? Or was there already, is this like, did they already figure that part out? I'm not super familiar with, like, how unions are formed.
What was it? It was the Communication Workers Union. Because a lot of the time...
No, I just knocked something off my desk.
A A lot of the times, unions have on their website what the general process is to start unionizing.
Well, then you should go to your union's website and say what they say about starting a union.
Well, I'm actually going to the Communication Workers of America, CWA, because that's where the Alphabet Union, that's what they're actually affiliated with. the
Oh,
CWA.
right. Like your union is
Yeah.
AFL-CIO.
Yeah, it's just, well, yeah.
So the thing I really like about Tusche and using it for backgrounds is that it has this tendency to disperse into like a lattice pattern. And even when you use it like really thick like this, you're still gonna get that texture to it. And it prints really beautifully. It's almost a little bit like the sort of extra richness you get from mezzotint versus just a void in a an etched void. And so on top of the Tusche, I've got my stone. You can't see that because the packaging is white once again, but I've got my stones litho crayons. I keep them in these little holders. I have 1, 3, and 5 is what I'd like to work with.
So I've got the Alphabet press release up.
Okay. You want to just read it?
Yeah. Not the entire thing.
Okay. Is it long?
It is long.
Okay.
It is multiple paragraphs. And I...
Oh, by the way, we've got Punches in the background tonight, and she's committed to mostly staying quiet, but since we started talking about unions, and that's a lot like communism, don't be surprised if she chimes in.
Communism made of chimes. I'm going to tile this to the
Chimunism?
Chimunism, yes. That is a good thing. Let's see, what have we got? Oh, I don't see any comments. Comment! I need to justify my meager existence.
Is anybody even watching it? I'm not getting my numbers up here right now.
We've got some people watching it. Shout out to Mamagoo501 on Periscope right now. What?
Nothing. You're so...
This is what I'm supposed to do.
I know, you're so good at this.
They probably can't even hear what I'm saying.
You're so good. No, I'm pretty sure they can. Comment if you can hear what Jason is saying so that we know how good the microphone is on this.
Don't comment if I'm mumbling. Because I can't deal with that much traffic.
I'm laughing because you're so good at this and I'm so awkward. Like I'm the worst streamer, social media user, self-promoter ever.
No, and I can prove why you're not that empirically.
Why?
Because you don't have a Parler account.
It's pronounced parlay.
Parlay.
Okay, pet peeve. Pet peeve is everybody pronouncing it parlor because a parlor is spelled P-A-R-L-O-R. And they didn't spell it P-A-R-L-E-R because they're dumb, even though they are. They spelled it like that because that's the French word to speak, the French verb to speak. And it's kind of become a pet peeve of mine because I'm really annoyed that they stole a French word for their right-wing bullshit. And I feel like, I don't know. I think people think it's pronounced... It's also like a little bit of... general annoyance at people not being exposed to French, which is such a weird, irrational, like, thing to have. Like, I should not be mad that people have not been exposed to French. And I cannot keep this tip crisp. What do I want to brush? Do I want to use instead? So this is one of my Sumi brushes. I use these sometimes for Tusche. It's not that it's a bad brush, it's that it's goat hair, so it's super squishy. And it doesn't like to keep its tip. The problem is I don't have any other really good... Oh, you know what? I do. I take that back. I lied. I do have one really good tip brush. So I'm like a terrible person who will use my brushes kind of indiscriminately. Like you're supposed to have your brushes that are just for watercolor, and your brushes that are just for acrylic, and your brushes that are just for whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I don't have time or money or space for that. So while I do have special brushes just for oils, I have been known to use my watercolor brushes with acrylic and with Tusche and with etc. So when you see me in a second here painting with Tusche with my Escoda Reserva, don't at me because I don't care. Or if you have a problem with this, you can buy me a set of brushes. That would be okay. If you bought me a set of brushes just to use for my Tusche, I would not violate my Escoda like this.
Social mediator Jay. Social mediator?
I thought you were my manager.
Media manager. Social media manager
Social
Jay.
media manager Jay.
Says that we'll give a shout out to anybody. So make sure we know what your username is.
If they send me brushes?
If they send you brushes.
Okay.
Otherwise, you get to be the masked brush giver. Which just doesn't roll off the tongue right.
Yeah. All right, so what the fuck were we talking about?
We were talking about alphabet.
Alphabet. No. See, I told you she couldn't resist.
Okay. The Alphabet Workers Union, however, will be the first open to all employees of Alphabet, regardless of their role or classification. This is historic. The first union in a major tech company by and for all tech workers, said Dylan Baker, software engineer. We will elect representatives, we will make decisions democratically, we will pay dues, and we will hire skilled organizers to ensure all workers at Google know they can work with us if they actually want to see their company reflect their values. We are glad to welcome Alphabet Workers Union as members of CWA Local 1400, said CWA Local President Don Trementazzi. Sorry if I mispronounced your last name. We are a democratic, member-driven union with experience building and sustaining worker power at some of America's largest corporations. This is a historic step towards making lasting improvements for workers at Google and other Alphabet companies.
And so the union was formed in direct response to Google's diversity issues, right? Is that what you were saying earlier?
The local specifically. The diversity issues and some, it seems, sexual harassment issues.
Sexual harassment in the workplace? Never.
Half of Google. Okay, Google began as a small tech company with a "Don't be evil" mantra, but has quickly become one of the most influential companies in the world. Alphabet, Google's parent company, now has more than 120,000 workers. It's responsible for vast swaths of the internet, controlling tools used by millions of people across the world, with subsidiaries as varied as Waymo, Verily, Fitbit, and Wing. I did not know Fitbit was a subsidiary of Google.
I didn't either, and I don't think I knew Verily was either.
Yet half of Google workers at Alphabet companies are hired as TVCs, temps, vendors, or contractors, without the benefits afforded to full-time employees. Executives have been awarded tens of millions of dollars in exit packages after documented sexual harassment against fellow Googlers. The company has taken on unethical government contracts like drone targeting for the military, yet kept the nature of that technology secret even to the Googlers working on those projects. It has removed its past motto from its mission statement, which it's always a great sign when you remove don't be evil
yeah, right.
from your mission statement.
When you've decided when you've decided that you can't abide by don't be evil.
Well, maybe just a little bit of evil. Baby evil.
Is that like the South Park Satan?
Yeah, kind of. Most recently, the company fired Dr. Timnit Gebru. Sorry if I mispronounced her name. A leading artificial intelligence researcher for no reason whatsoever. The firing has caused outrage from thousands of us, including Black and brown workers who are heartbroken by the company's action and unsure of their future at Google. So, yeah, I think that's a pretty good summary of why this was just a good idea beyond, unions are just a good idea.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a pretty good summary of why everybody should unionize. Like, why all workplaces should be unionized. Amazon should be unionized. Because Lord knows they get treated like fucking shit. Walmart should be unionized. Like, everybody should be unionized at the end.
But, yeah, I mean, that's kind of... It's good, because IT has had, like, ever since the friggin' .com boom, there's been this mindset in IT about unionization, and it's nice to see that slowly going away. And, I mean, it's been an international mindset. It's not just something in the U.S.
I don't even think it's just an IT thing. Like, a lot of... Like, wasn't it Amazon that, like, their Twitter account was, like... I know it was all just, like, bullshit, like, corporate propaganda, but, like... And, of course, management never wants you to unionize. But I'm just saying, like, nobody ever wants a union. Even, like, places, not naming names, that we are aware of that have a strong union have been, like... trying to figure out ways to cut out the union and to cut out the union positions.
Yeah. Well, I'm just curious now who else CWA represents. Okay, Alphabet Workers Union, which is the local 1400, I believe. UC Health Workers United.
Is that UC as in University of California?
Don't know.
I'm just wondering if
sounds
this is a
right.
California-specific
It sounds
situation.
Like, it sounds like it definitely. No, UC Health is Colorado's largest health system.
Gotcha.
But it does seem like the Alphabet organization may have, I guess, spawned from some other local movements along those lines in Cali right now. Let's see.
I'm curious if Google has said anything about the new union.
Ooh.
Like, what do they say?
Let's go to the top. Alphabet. Just for Alphabet. Alphabet Inc. Alphabet.xyz. Is that it?
And you're using Google to Google stuff about the Google Union.
Is he using Google?
Yeah, I'm totally using.
You are?
Google
Oh.
Chrome.
Well, I know you're in Google Chrome, but you usually go to a different search engine. Yeah. I've been really terrible about ditching Google. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been really bad about it. I use Google for fucking everything. My email address is Google. My phone number is a Google Voice number. Like, I use Google Classroom to teach my students remotely. Like, I'm really terrible. I have not cut the cord with Google at all.
Yeah, I mean, normally I end up using Brave browser, or if that's not on the machine, usually Firefox is, because Firefox is significantly more common along with DuckDuckGo.
And I use Google Chrome for my browser everywhere because it syncs my passwords.
Well, I mean, it's tough. It's tough because these services are so integrated into the way that the internet works at this point. Well, we were talking about Facebook, like, right before maybe it was after we started, but, no, I mean, it's not made easy, and that's intentionally.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have anything on their weekly highlights yet about this.
Maybe they're just, like, keeping a low profile for now.
Well, expanding our global footprint with new cloud regions.
I mean, when your newly formed workers union's press statement calls out the fact that you're, like, fucked in the head, and, like, helping the government extrajudicially kill people, and, like, that you took away, like, you had to stop saying that you weren't evil, I think that, like, probably you need some time to compose a response.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
So I should say, I also don't even know how well this is going to come out, because I let this stone sit for so long, and it wasn't really properly sealed, so it's kind of dusty right now, but I'm gonna finish drawing it up and then see if I can get it to etch, and if I can get it to take an etch and print, then awesome. I'm gonna pull a short edition of this, and if I can't get it to take an etch and print, then I'm probably literally like I like just being real. I'll probably cry and then be so frustrated that I'm going to completely ignore this image for like a year until I try again. Also, because it's a little persnickety. That's going to be a lot of the crying. It's not just that the crying's not going to be about the wasted time. It's literally going to be about the effort put into going around these tight little areas and potentially damaging my beautiful Escoda. Although I don't think this should damage it.
Yeah.
What did Tiffany say? So, okay. Oh, wait, no, it is coming up. Yeah, sorry, Tiffany. We were dealing with children earlier this evening, or I would have started it sooner. And I'm probably also having to get up at ungodly hours. I don't even know what time it is right now.
It is 8:48.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna only be on for like another half hour or so. Because old people is who we are. And someone had to go back to work today, so we have to get up at 6 a.m. again.
And that was my first mistake.
So I told him this morning that he should have just like conscientiously objected to going into work anymore. But that was my hot take this morning. Yeah, fucking kidlets. Like, I'm really over this, like, puberty bullshit. Like, teenagers need to, I don't even know, get the fuck out of my house right now. Or, like, I need to, like, have some more that are not mine come around and distract them. Because I am so fucking over puberty right now. And we're, like, tits deep in it right now.
I didn't like it when I was going through it.
I know.
I mean,
it's not even like, I don't know. I just, no wonder parents are fucking crazy. Punches is getting an awkward look over here now. She wishes we'd go back to talking about communism reunions.
The flag I want to make, I'm going to make that flag someday.
Is that your gay communism flag?
Yes, I'm going to make that someday.
I feel like we're supposed to conscientiously object to life. I think that's like what COVID was saying, was like, here, have some plague. Everybody just chill the fuck out for a minute. And then America couldn't even get that right. We're just not very good at this.
oh, man.
Oh, crap. I just crumbled my... I don't even know where my litho sharpener is, so... But luckily, I broke this in such a way that I have a sharp edge. So, what do you think Google's going to say about their new union, then? If they are being silent tonight.
I think that they're gonna go all sorts of like la 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 la. We're not talking about this.
Well, that's kind of what they did about everything.
Well, it's like
all the sexual harassment claims and all the diversity issue claims. The U.S. will never put capitalism aside. Oh, I mean, like, I hope that we'll put capitalism aside, but, like, I feel like it's going to take a long time. And probably the death of many boomers.
Well, what drives me nuts is, like, it's like if we were living in a post-scarcity society at this point, okay? Like, that's I'm not saying that we are right now. But if we were, like, how would we even know it? Like,
Right.
if it were feasible, we couldn't even tell that based on the way things are currently structured. I mean, it might be feasible right now. I'm not so sure about that, but it might be. But we wouldn't even know. Like, just because of how things are structured, what the Gini coefficient is in this country, the fact that, and I mean, it's an international issue too. I mean, the wealth disparity, it's especially bad here at this point. It's unreasonable for at least an ostensibly first world nation.
Yeah, but I feel a lot of the rest of the world was like, yeah, let's like dial it down a minute on capitalism so that we don't all die.
Well,
At least for this, they're not doing it for like climate change. Well, I mean, they're not really doing it for climate change. They're not doing it enough for climate change, but like, fucking New Zealand was like, bitches, stay home. Here's some money, pay your bills, but stay the fuck home. And now they're like, aren't they COVID free? Isn't New Zealand like totally COVID free right now?
I've got the internet. I shall take a look real quick. Because I feel like they had, I don't know if you'd call it an outbreak. They are not COVID. Well, maybe.
Or they're like...
they are not COVID free right now. Right now they have 2,181 cases going down. 2,084 recovered. And 25 deaths. That's period. That's total.
Yeah.
Like, over the entirety.
25 deaths. Aren't we...
That is 0.1% of what we've had.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, it's less than that. It's closer to 0.75%. Call it. But no, what the hell? Oh wait, no, my mistake. I was just my mistake. That is, wow. So, when I said it was 0.75%, I had the number of deaths in my head. The number of cases, it looks like in the United States there are 20.8 million cases, and that's up 202,000 cases since, I believe, yesterday.
Only 202,000? I thought I saw a headline today that we had 300,000 new cases in 24 hours.
That might be true. This is just based on the quick COVID alert thing that ironically Google is providing right now. So, irony is alive and well. But yeah, we're at 352,000 deaths right now. I mean,
but I'm saying, like, you see, and I know that, like, there's a population density disparity there, but I don't know, I'm just, like, we're fucking up, like, big time, like, that's not really deniable.
Yeah.
Everybody is doing better at COVID than we are.
Or at least doing less worse.
Yeah.
Less bad. Oh, man.
So I don't think I really explained the Litho crayons very well. If you are not familiar, the numbers are like the same way that pencils are rated for their hardness or their softness. The numbers on litho crayons are the same, but they don't have like an H and B system. They just have one scale that goes 0 to, I feel like, 8 or something. I don't have much use for a litho crayon much harder than 5, so that is the hardest I go, and then it gets softer as the number gets smaller. So, excuse me, I don't have a 1 because it's really hard. At a certain softness, your hands are warming up the crayon and the grease, and it makes it really difficult to work with as a crayon. like as a stick or a stick, and then you also have it just like melts and gets stuck in the holder. So I don't go for a 0 in a crayon. I'll use it in a stick, but I won't use it with my holder here.
So fun fact, that's not art related for anybody listening. Not to...
No, you go ahead. I'm just interjecting every now and then with like what art shit I'm doing.
Headline from The Guardian. Official plane used by Trump will fly to Scotland just before Biden inauguration report. And I haven't fact-checked this yet, at least somebody's claiming that Scotland has turned down having an extradition treaty with the United States. So...
What's an extradition?
If somebody's charged with...
or maybe it's not an extradition treaty. Let me check that
Well,
out.
Scotland's still part of the UK.
Yeah, but recently...
So extradition is when, like, if somebody commits a crime and then they go to hide out in another country, if the other country agrees to, like, send them back to face their criminal charges.
Okay, the extradition, apparently recently the UK blocked the extradition of Julian Assange
Yes,
in the US.
they did.
So I think that's what they're getting at with that. Yeah.
What, that Trump's gonna go hide in Scotland?
Well, hide in Scotland, catch a jet to Moscow shortly afterward, whatever. He's gonna do what rich people do when they get in trouble.
Hide in another country?
Yeah. Oh, man.
By the by, if I am on a little too late for you, I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. Probably actually like right as soon as we're done. And then I'm also gonna stream tomorrow in the afternoon probably and upload that to YouTube as well. Because I don't think I'm gonna finish this tonight.
And if you're watching this from YouTube right now, ring the bell. See, I'm justified.
He's such a good social media. I feel awkward asking people to like follow my shit. Like literally.
Follow, like, subscribe, carve it on the wall of a bathroom in a public place.
Actually, I would prefer you carve it on the wall of a bathroom in a public place and then take a picture and send it to me or post it and tag me on it. I want to know what bathroom. But like, you can't just like follow the Naughty Printmaker on Instagram. Like, make up something about me. Like, I want you to talk about how many dicks I suck, and that's why they should follow me on Instagram. My 12-year-old is standing next to me and feels super awkward now. But, like, make up some terrible bathroom wall rumor about me, please. I will ask... See, I won't ask people to, like, subscribe or follow me, but I'll ask them to make shit up about me on bathroom walls. That's, like, my comfort level.
Bonus points if you do it on one of those bathrooms that, to go and enforce cleanliness, have walls that turn transparent once people unlock the front door to it.
What?
What?
What the fuck is that?
Oh,
I've
man.
never heard of that.
Is that it? Does that exist?
It's this real.
Okay, but I'm actually not kidding about the bathroom wall rumors, guys. Like, I love reading that shit.
Transparent public toilets come to
The
Tokyo.
Japan thing.
Oh, that's in Japan. That makes sense, though,
Yeah.
that that's a Japanese thing.
Transparent public toilet. This is from actually earlier this year. Transparent public toilets invade in Tokyo parks.
Because I feel like...
Well, actually not earlier this year because we are in January 1st.
So
See?
after
Aren't we
you-
pretty?
What
I'm going to
happens-
post a link up in the Facebook chat if you're following this from the
Well, you
Facebook.
can go on the Twitch chat and do the same thing. You can post
Ooh,
links in
I'm gonna
Twitch
post
chat.
links everywhere. There we go.
That makes sense. That's a Japan thing, though.
Like,
There
they
we
do
go.
a lot of, like... Oh, I have, like, a crack or something
There
on
we
here.
go. Okay.
They like new techie things like that.
So how do these work?
But yeah,
Oh, when you close
I was
the doors,
saying-
like,
bathroom bathroom stall wall rumors are like my fucking jam to read when we're on road trips. Like, if you write a bathroom wall rumor about me and you post it, like, please, I beg of you, make sure it is like the sketchiest, scariest horror movie fucking road stop, like, rest area. There's one in particular in Kansas that says, like, they have a sign, smile, you're on camera, and there's some graffiti about the surveillance state. I have a picture of it.
Yeah.
On my Facebook from our road trip across country a couple of years ago. But, like, I will give you free artwork if you write bathroom wall rumor graffiti about me at that particular rest stop in Kansas. Like, prove that you did it, and I will send you, and make it good, make it really, really good. Like, I don't care how freaky you make me sound. Like, nothing like immoral, okay? Like, don't get, like, super gross about it, okay? Like, but it can be kind of freaky, but, like, make it really, really good and creative.
Yes.
What?
Pajama Rick says, put some more life in those chi-chis.
I'll get to it. It's a process. I was old school taught to, like, bring a piece up, like, all at once and not to fixate on one spot. So, like I said, I'm probably not even going to finish this tonight, but I will stream when I'm working on it some more. And also, what is, like, kind of lighter around here is charcoal, and it's stupid because it's gone this long without, like, smudging or, like, going away on me, but my lines did get, I will not forget the chi-chis, I promise you. When I went to, like, I had to, like, literally, like, this has been sitting for so long, I had to get a brush and, like, dust it off. And I did notice that I was losing some line definition, so I'm kind of trying to get all my basic line work back in before I go into too much detail. And I gotta figure out what this, I'm not happy with this situation over here. I gotta figure out what the fuck I'm doing with that. That hand is pissing me the fuck. This is why it's been sitting for 6 months. That fucking hand and that fucking toe. God, I just remembered why I let this go for so long.
Which toe?
That fucking toe right there. What the fuck is that? Like, it's double toe.
Double toe.
I don't, like...
The devil.
Yeah, the devil toe.
Devil toe.
Oh, why am I using that brush again? Wrong brush.
It's appreciated, Pajama Rick. Man, that username is awesome.
That is a good username.
He said that you're talented.
I saw that. Thank you. So what else are we talking about tonight?
I don't know. I'm still staring at this picture of these Japanese transparent bags. Because they've got, like, different colors of tinted glass. Like, here, Pajama Rick, here's my gift to you. I'm going to give you the NPR link I put in the other chats, just so that you can follow along with those folks at home.
Jim Rick is those folks at home. Well, maybe they're not. I shouldn't assume they're at home.
Maybe not. I mean, that's true, but...
I want to go to Japan.
To use a transparent bathroom?
No, because Japan is awesome.
Sounds good to me.
Japan's just cool in general.
Sounds pretty boss.
I like how the art and politics chat has been taken over by the otaku. Japan.
Daddy,
This is why we usually do this when she's in gymnastics, friends, but alas, the gym has been temporarily closed, so we're stuck at home with the damn children. Instead of stuck in the car in the parking lot because of the damn children. I don't know where I was going with that.
It's like, surprise, no class today, or etc. Let's see.
What else happened in the news today? Oh, did the stock market recover?
Oh, I don't
Or are
know.
the rich people sad today?
It says sad rich people. Let's find out.
Let's pour 40 for the poor sad rich people.
There might have. Ooh, it looks like it's still down from. Yeah, it recovered a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't call that a strong rally. In fact, I wouldn't call that a rally at all. It's still down 382 points.
Don't worry, comrades. The rich still taste just as good, whether they're sad or not.
It's delicious.
But we don't know if they're safe to eat at this point.
What?
You gotta bring them up to temperature.
Yeah.
Because the coronavirus, are they safe to eat?
Just use the same
You're the
temperature
one.
as pork.
Wait, since when do you care if they're safe to eat? You're the one that's like, no, I mean, I'm literally going to eat human
No.
flesh when the revolution
No, but
comes.
if they're not safe to eat, then guillotines.
FYI, guys,
flesh.
FYI, the Zoomers, when the Zoomers say eat the rich, they mean they literally want to cook them on the barbecue.
I
don't know about the other millennials. I'm really happy with a guillotine. I don't need to eat them, like, literally.
Well, if we can't get a functional healthcare
But
system,
the
then
Zoomers
we're
are all
done.
for, well, I don't, maybe it's also because, like, I don't feel we're at that level yet. But the Zoomers are, like, literally like, no, I want to tear their flesh with my teeth.
Carnivores.
Is that why the millennials don't want to literally eat the rich because a bunch of us are vegans and the Zoomers just haven't got there yet?
We're too busy getting distracted by avocados.
Yeah, our avocado toast. Oh, I have shit stuck in there. That's why it's not working. So when your litho crayons get your the fuck is this called? Sharpener clogged. Oh my god, I lost a word. I'm really tired. When your litho crayons clog your sharpener, you can drop your sewing or your knitting needle that you're going to use to unclog it and grab a sharpened pencil
Yeah.
and just unclog it that way
This is why I'm over here.
to pick up the shit that I dropped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man. What am I looking at here?
Sharp. That's a pointy. I mean, it's not really sharp and pointy. It just looks like it.
I don't like that knitting needle.
Why?
It's the one that stabbed me in the foot.
Oh, it's tasted your blood. It hungers. Yeah, see that cracked right away. That's why I don't usually sharpen them that pointy. And I don't generally like. Well, I probably can't really say that, like, I just got into using crayons on my lithostones a lot more in 2020, but even that's a little disingenuous because I did not do a ton of stone lithography in 2020. What stone lithography I did do, though, I used crayons a lot more than I usually do. I don't even know why. I really couldn't tell you why. Other than I just felt like it. I just really I like the latticing effect of Tusche that I was talking about earlier. Like, I really enjoy that extra texture. But I guess I wanted to get more drawing-like on my lithostones. More drawerly than rather than painterly. So I started turning to litho crayons. And then I just got sucked in by a ton of working on top of my photographs, like with the Oakwood series. And that is a lot easier. I have not yet perfected transferring a photo to a stone and then etching from it directly. I can't usually pull a good etch on it. It's something I gotta play with a lot more. Admittedly, I haven't spent a ton of time and research on that since college, which was several moons ago. But Maybe that'll be 2021 goals. Who knows? Get my photo transfers to Stone down better so that I can start pulling editions of some of this stuff. Because I'm super, super, super enjoying what I've been doing with the photos and drawing on top of them. Like with the Oakwood series. Like with the doll series that I've kind of started. I need better names for these things.
Oakwood is a good name.
I don't know. Doesn't feel like a good name to me. But anyway, it's not like I'm mad that they're all one-offs. Like, it's not that I exactly have a burning desire to print them as editions. I just like the more reliability and predictability of stonework over Xerox lithos. So I would much prefer, and plus I feel like there's a little bit more versatility there because I can print out a copy of the photo and then I can draw on it with a Pitt pen and then make another photocopy, transfer that to the stone, do even more stuff with a crayon and with some Tusche. Like, I just feel like it gives me even more options if I could get it on a stone. And it would let me work bigger than 8 by 10 because that's the big. My printer is a standard 8.5 by 11 situation, so it really limits me with those photo lithos in size. I have stones that could work much bigger.
What is the biggest stone you have? Wait, is that what that list of numbers, dimensions is?
Yeah, those are all my lithostone dimensions. So, I know I have it written twice in 2 different dimensions, but it looks like 14 by 9 3/4 is my biggest. That's my big long boy. But this is, what am I working on right now? No, I lied. The big one is a 10.5 by 19. That's my big long boy. What's my 14 by? Because I think this is my 10.5 by 13 that I'm on right now. Did you find more news for us, or am I just going to continue to ramble about rocks?
Oh, I thought that every once in a while we should make this an art stream too.
Oh, okay.
Well, we have 2 over here that look to be roughly the same size, so that could be why you have it written twice.
Do they look like 14 by... Do they look like they're the size of this one almost?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have a lot of lithostones.
Yeah. They're heavy.
Well, that's why I make you lift them and not me.
That's me.
I am mean. So, I don't know if my social media manager is just shirking his responsibilities.
I'm not shirking anything.
Or if there's nothing left to discuss.
No, there's stuff to discuss. Like I said, the art stream. Okay, how about this? Senator Kelly Loeffler says she will object to Electoral College certification. This is the same woman that decided that masks are an illusion, and I don't know what happened to Herman Cain.
Wait, is she a senator?
Apparently. Yeah.
I thought she was one of the...
Oh wait, maybe it is.
She's one of the Georgia... I think she's one of the Georgia runoffs.
No, you're right. I'm thinking about the QAnon lady. That's right. She is one of the Georgia runoffs.
So she's not seated right now. So how can she object? I thought they're certifying it tomorrow.
Well, apparently, let's see. Senator Kelly Loeffler announced Monday that she will follow other Republicans in objecting to the certification of the Electoral College on Wednesday. Elections are the bedrock of our democracy. American blah, 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 blah. American people deserve a platform in Congress permitted under the Constitution to have election issues presented.
So she's a current seated senator.
Yeah.
She was sworn in the other day. Because I swore she was one of the runoff people.
That doesn't make sense, though. Okay, no, she's still being challenged in the runoff. You're right.
So how is she going to object? It can't be like an official objection.
That's Monday. Yeah, I don't think it has, like, any weight.
She's just gonna be like, I don't like it.
She's cosplaying.
As a senator.
Wait. Oh, wait, no, she is seated because she was appointed to fill the rest of retired Senator Johnny Isaacson's term and therefore remains a senator until the runoff election is determined.
Oh.
David Perdue's term, however, ended on Sunday and he can't be part of the vote. So the other Republican that's currently involved in those races, that he can't vote, but she can because she's just filling in the rest of his term.
But isn't the term...
term? I don't know. I mean,
I don't understand how the term's not over then.
This is WSB TV Atlanta.
No, I mean, I believe that, like, I just don't get it. I don't understand.
Oh, let's see. What else is awful?
Everything.
Me trying to juggle with 3 balls.
Oh, hey, apparently Trump is holding a rally.
Oh, good for him.
I'm not going to watch that live right now.
No, we're not.
No.
I've taken about enough of the Cheetos voices I can take. God damn it, will you stop breaking in the sharpener?
Watching the stream, and they're playing Fortunate Son.
Fortunate Son, what's that?
It's a song that, like, he's been told to stop playing at his shit.
Yeah.
And also, but he's playing it and, like, he doesn't understand. I don't think he understands.
Words?
Yeah, basically.
Wait, is that the song that
I'll play it.
Biden played at the end of one of his rallies?
I have no idea. I'll play it for you later because now I think it's a felony to stream copyrighted music. So we're not going to play it while we're streaming. But basically it means the exact opposite of what Trump thinks it means, probably. And if he does actually, like, think it means what it means, then he doesn't understand that it's, like, talking shit about him.
Apparently he just threw Pence under the bus.
What'd he do?
I don't know.
Ah, fuck. Bring it up.
This is gonna turn out well. You're not gonna be happy.
You know what? I was only gonna stay on for a few more minutes anyway. So when I rage quit, I'll just rage quit.
Okay.
Democrats are trying to steal the White House. You cannot let them. You just can't let them steal the U.S. Senate. You can't let it happen. You can't let it happen. David and Kelly are running against the most extreme liberal candidates in the history of your state.
I fucking wish.
Right?
Oh my god, I wish they were radical liberal candidate. Like, I wish.
Well, you know, I beat Ossoff once, running against a very fine woman, Karen, who you know.
Of course, her name was Karen.
He was at
Karen?
57, and I got involved. We drove him down to 49, and then he ended up at runoff.
Is she
And he ended
Karen?
up winning. Now I have to beat him a second time, and this is going to be
When the name
really easy. Because when you know what he stands for, when you know what...
Oh man, I love how the chat is disabled.
really should be.
It's like they just know.
The agenda of AOC and Bernie Sanders, Crazy Bernie, Stacey Abrams.
Crazy Bernie.
Oh my
Just
god.
Throw that in.
I wish fucking AOC and Bernie Sanders were socialists.
You know, your governor and your secretary of state, they're petrified of Stacey Abrams. What's that all about? Did you see this consent decree they signed? With signature verification, you can forget about it. What they have done to your state, I think most people have no idea what they've done to your state. That consent decree of these two people, I don't know. They say they're Republicans. I really don't think they are. They can't be.
See, he's just fucking mad because they called his ass out on that phone call.
Yeah, he's pulling the whole Rhino card again. I can't deal with this. You know what? I'll catch the highlights later. And the loser says loser things.
Are you on Reddit? Is
No,
that?
well, right now, yeah, actually.
I was gonna say, is that where you're getting this from?
No, that was me.
Oh, that was a Jason original.
Loser says loser. It's not me.
That was a Jason Spadaro. I don't know why I was just saying Spadaro. That's not how you pronounce your name.
I am your social
I was trying-
media manager.
I was trying to sound fancy, I
I
think.
shall manage social things like talking.
Spadaro sounds fancier than Spadaro.
But that's not even us. Everyone.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are not fancy. I offended her.
No, I'm just juggling and keep dropping the clementines.
All right. So what other news is there?
Let's see. Leader of Proud Boys, Enrique.
Oh, did he get arrested?
Terrio is arrested as DC braces for protests.
Yeah, there's something gnarly that's supposed to go down tomorrow.
About 340 National Guard troops are expected to deploy in support of local law enforcement before demonstrations against the election results. Leader of the Proud Boys, a far-right group that has vocally supported President Trump, and my little bit of commentary, President Trump is vocally supported.
Yeah.
Efforts to overturn the election results.
Who are we reading right now?
This is the Times, actually.
Okay.
NewYorkTimes.com, their politics section. I am paraphrasing the article. Leader of Proud Boys, a far-right group, is arrested as DC braces for protests. I encourage you to read it yourself because you're getting my extremely, extremely editorialized version where I pick out what is worth picking out, I guess. Enrique Terrio, the chairman of the Proud Boys, was arrested by the Metropolitan Police on suspicion of burning a Black Lives Matter banner that was torn from a historical black church in Washington during protests last month that led to several violent clashes, including stabbings around the city. That's nice of them. I mean, but just remember, Trump wants to be a law and order president. Anyhow, in anticipation, officials announced that about 340 Army National Guard troops, about 15% of the 2,700 District of Columbia National Guard Force, are expected to deploy on Tuesday and remain for 2 days in support of local law enforcement. Their mission is to help control traffic and to protect the streets and public transit stops, officials said. The number ordered to duty is far less than the 5,000 Guard troops who deployed to Washington in June at the height of the protests over the police killing of George Floyd. During those protests, Mr. Trump walked along Lafayette Square for a photo op after the authorities used tear gas and rubber bullets against mostly peaceful protesters. Let's see.
Is that just the... I guess I thought this was supposed to be like everybody keeps asking all the streamers if they were going to DC on the 6th so I thought it was supposed to be like a more gnarly or I mean, I guess if it's a pro-Trump like situation. Oh, hey Debbie. Okay, so I'm working on a litho stone that I started like a year ago, and it's been sitting for a really, really long time, and it was dusty and crusty and like caked with dust. It was really gross. So I wanted to get in, as I was like sweeping the dust off of it, I was losing some of my original charcoal lines, these lighter black lines. So I'm mostly going over my line work to reinforce it. Oh, and the dog has decided to flip out. So this was... I'm trying to remember my original inspo for this. I think this was just like a stream of consciousness thing. I originally did it in walnut ink as a sketch, and then I enlarged it and transferred it to this stone. And then I let it sit for a while alone and forgotten. Because, 2020, so I honestly don't remember. Actually, I was ranting earlier about this hand right here and its awkwardness, and this toe right there. This little motherfucker that doesn't know how to be a toe. So I'm using focus, bitch. I'm using a variety of Litho crayons, 1, 3, and 5 hardnesses, and some liquid Tusche to fill it in, because the Tusche gives it a nice, different texture than the Litho crayons do. Sort of I don't know how to explain it other than it gives it more like a mezzotint, like a slightly fuzzy. Is that the right word? I don't know. I went to art school, so I'm a professional. Fuzzy's the word now. Oh, my social media manager just left me.
Just give him the drink real quick.
Punches, you're the social media manager now. Y'all are fucked now that she's modding.
I'm just juggling on the computer.
Don't juggle clementines in front of my computer. They're probably leaking from how many times you've dropped them.
It's a risk.
Yeah, juggling's fun.
So what are your thoughts on Nunes and Jordan getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom?
I did not hear about that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Devin, I'm gonna sue a Twitter cow, Nunes, and Jim spelled with a G, Jordan. Yeah, apparently Trump decided that they managed to suck up enough that they both deserved presidential medals of freedom. I don't know if any of you guys watch C-SPAN, but when either of them begin to talk,
He watches C-SPAN at work a
I get
lot.
this instinctive, like,
Urge to kill.
well, not urge to kill. Like, I can't control my hand muting it temporarily, you know? At least until their lips stop moving on the screen. Because I don't know the last time that I heard anything from either of them that I really, and you know what? Like, I'm gonna flat out say that, like, there are some Republicans that, you know what, I will sit and I will listen to what they're saying. Sounds like they're, like, I might not agree with their argument, but I'm listening to it. But with them, it's always some weird tangent onto something. It's like, man, how do these people get elected? Holy crap, has anybody actually heard them talk?
Have you met any? No, they haven't. And have you met any Americans?
I believe so in the past.
Well, then that should be your answer. That should be all the answer you need.
Oh, man. Fucking Jim Jordan. Man. And, like, the whole, like, rolled up sleeves thing, and it's like, what are you shooting for, dude? Like, no. Here, what do you even give him the award for, ostensibly?
Being a fuckwad.
Well, Jim Jordan of Ohio, an attack dog for Trump. Yeah. Which actually, you know what, that isn't an accurate way to describe it. I mean, because that's, like, usually, like, his role whenever there was a hearing was to act really, really emotionally, like, upset and invested what was going on, even though his logic might have been in the shitter. And Nunes, a former California dairy farmer. No, that is such a gross mischaracterization. That makes it sound like he's like man of the earth, get out the bucket. No. His family owns like one farm somewhere. I mean, they both come from fucking money.
Yeah, this is typical conversation in our house too. That's why we decided to just start streaming it.
Okay. Blah blah blah. Talk about this in the Twitter cow. Why did he give them these things? What is he claiming?
Like, do you have to have a reason? I don't think you have to have a reason. I think you can just say, like, I like this guy. Here's a shiny piece of metal.
I think that's pretty much it.
Because, like, remember Obama gave it to Biden, and, like,
Yeah.
did he say why?
no,
like,
you're
because
right,
I
you're
like
right,
him.
you're right.
Like, he
Okay.
literally just boiled down to, I like you. If you've seen VHS, think of the siren
Like
lady
most
there.
Presidents, Trump has bestowed the Presidential Medal on allies, loyalists, and donors. Perhaps his most controversial award was to Rush Limbaugh. I remember that, and I was as pissed off about that as I am about these two fuckers. The conservative talk radio host who was honored last year.
Damn, how the fuck did I forget that he gave Rush Limbaugh a fucking Presidential Medal of Freedom?
Oh, man. Rush Limbaugh.
Is he dead yet? Did he die yet?
No, he's not.
He has cancer, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only the good die young.
It's about as close as we get in this house to wishing death on someone. But if I was gonna wish death on someone, it'd actually be Jeff Bezos.
Oh, man.
He's on Reddit again. He's forgetting to social media manage.
A little bit. I mean, it's kind of like descending into the awful for a little while here.
Another
Reddit or
one-
Facebook?
Yes. I mean... Debbie, I'm not sure if Mitch McConnell got the medal. I mean,
Look it up. You've got the internet at
Yeah.
your fingertips.
Let's see.
Mommy,
Yo.
another more common more now before topic of conversation is about sending twisted tea mailing twisted tea memes to Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, so Punches wants to like.
And
I feel like this would get us arrested, but she wants to mail twisted tea memes to Mitch McConnell. I just want to like request money from him. Oh no, she said wishing death upon them. Yeah, if I was gonna wish death on someone, Mitch McConnell would make the short list too.
Where the hell is that bastard?
I just try not to be that person, but then sometimes I can't help it.
Mitch.
I really wished that he didn't get reelected. I don't know what the fuck Kentucky was thinking. I mean, probably.
Mitch McConnell has not received a Congressional Medal of Honor, but that's
I know.
not actually what I was looking for. was
Jason.
it? Yeah.
She was saying, that's why I said she was saying, like, not did he get the Medal of Freedom, but would he be one that we would wish death on?
I'm looking.
No,
I don't
Jason's,
think I was looking for the right medal.
see, he's just going to keep researching it because he
Yeah.
thought of it.
Oh man, he does look like a turtle.
Guys are trying to move across a very tight, like, area right here. Precision painting, and y'all bitches are making me laugh.
Where did you even get that from, Daddy?
Oh, the turtle thing? There's like 5 million turtle memes about Mitch McConnell out there. My favorite is the one that's like a picture of 8 turtles and Mitch McConnell like in a grid, in a 3x3 grid, and Mitch McConnell's right in the center, and it's got a different word on each box, and it says "Thank you for being not you" over Mitch McConnell, a great turtle.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, cleavage cam's getting a little shaky as I'm like leaning in here.
Apparently,
You
the
have one that
Louisville
turtles can
Courier
be very
Journal.
sneaky.
Apparently, the Louisville Courier Journal columnist Scott Jennings proclaimed Mitch McConnell as Kentucky's most popular politician in modern history. And that's according to his election website.
I enjoy that his house got vandalized this weekend.
Wait, it did.
Yes, people spray painted "Where's my money" across his front door. I really enjoy that. I will give free artwork to anybody that wants to go and vandalize his house again. And I will contribute to your bail fund if you get caught. What? What are you shushing me for? I have freedom of speech, or doesn't Mitch McConnell believe in that anymore?
I'm not so sure about that
There
one.
are times I wish I was over 18.
Oh my god, she's gonna get arrested someday.
No. Stop it.
I mean, I do want to be a journalist too.
Journalists don't graffiti Mitch McConnell's house.
Okay.
They take pictures of it afterwards. And they write stories about it and spread it far and wide.
One thing I am delighting in right now is all of the narrative about like the Republicans like fighting against themselves, because that's normally the sort of thing they reserve for like slow news cycles when they want to rip on the left. And they'll go and they'll say, oh, the Democrats, oh, what about the progressives?
Okay,
the
in their
progressives are dividing, and now it's like
in their defense, though, we do tend to eat our own because borderline progressives keep getting in bed with the fucking Democratic Party, thinking like we can push them left, but you can't push fucking right wingers left, and the Democrats are not. They're very. They have a lot more in common. Democrats have a lot more in common with the right wing than they do with the left.
Yeah.
So
Traditional left, yeah.
the actual left, like not the U.S. left, because Democrats are the U.S. left, but like the actual left, like people who would be on the left globally.
I'm still delighted.
Those people with those radical ideas like universal health care and a livable minimum wage, which I don't understand why people are so against universal basic income. That's the natural evolution of minimum wage.
Yeah.
But
It removes a lot of the arguments that you get regarding it.
like, I mean, because that's kind of what minimum wage was supposed to be, right? Like, you were supposed to be able to raise a family on one minimum wage income. How that, like, that's literally like the definition of universal basic income.
Minimum wage history. I'm curious.
Greed is right, Debbie, but that's, I mean, capitalism just perpetuates it. On my really cynical days, I'm like, capitalism will always win because humans are greedy, selfish pricks. But I do still hold out hope.
That's interesting. So, okay, so I'm just looking at the history of federal minimum wage rates, right? And this is off of the Department of Labor's website, dol.gov.
So take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. But the 1938 Act was primarily for interstate employees. And in 1938, it was 1/4 an hour. So 25 cents an hour. But what's interesting... I mean, that kind of corresponds. That corresponds with when FDR was in office.
Yeah.
And FDR wanted a broader platform. And I mean, like a lot of what he set up was like big picture. Like these are a lot of moving parts, and you really need all of them working together.
Yeah.
Which he didn't get, but. Yeah, this was a New Deal policy.
And the minimum wage was envisioned to be a living wage. And because of when it was instituted, it was envisioned to be a living wage for raising a family on a single income.
Yeah, but it only applied to interstate commerce or in the production of goods for interstate commerce employees. But there were a lot of other programs that were in place to go and cover the other sections of society, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and it was always like it was obviously eventually expanded, and it was always supposed to be expanded, and it was supposed to keep pace with inflation and increased costs of living. And you've got the internet, so you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was Eisenhower or Nixon that fucked that up. And then Reagan went and fucked it up even more.
Amendments and... let's see.
And then when we get into that, you can also talk about how the 40-hour work week is structured with the idea that you have someone at home taking care of all of your domestic needs, like the cooking and the cleaning and the laundry and the child rearing and the etc. So the work week needs some re-examination as well.
Yeah. A lot of what I'm seeing right now and what I'm having to sort of weed through are the changes starting late 2000s.
Yeah.
Are
you still in the labor departments?
No,
you're on Wikipedia?
I've moved on to Wikipedia out of a combination of laziness, lack of information on the Department of Labor website on the page I was on.
You mean a government website doesn't have detailed information about how the government fucked you over? I'm shocked and awed. Shocked and awed, I tell you. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm trying to think of what else. Like what search terms you could use to look at when they started fucking with it. But it was pretty early on, like after, like I really feel like it was like Eisenhower that started fucking with it.
History changes.
I need a historian to like come on, American historian, to be in my chat correcting my timelines when I fuck them up.
In 1949, the minimum wage was raised from 40 cents an hour to 75 cents an hour for all workers, and minimum wage coverage was expanded to include workers in the air transport industry. Yeah, it was extremely limited until it got broadened out to cover Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, really, what I was curious about though is like, so it was definitely FDR, which means that minimum wage was one piece of the pie. It was one part, and I mean, FDR had a framework.
Yeah.
And I feel like without other portions of that framework, I mean, obviously it was like designed to fail, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a choice made, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it was originally meant to be in conjunction with other social programs to take care, like Social Security, like ways to take care of people that couldn't work for reasons of age or disability or whatever. Minimum wage was designed to be people that could work would get the minimum that they needed to survive. Basically a basic income. The minimum wage was supposed to be a basic income, and the basics were the ability to raise a family. And then, because that was socialism, they went and fucked with it. Also, here's a fun fact, something I literally just learned because somebody raised their minimum wage this past election. Minimum wage was to stabilize the post-Depression economy and protect the workers and the labor. Yeah, because when the Depression came, like, turns out that people weren't doing so hot when they didn't have, like, a basic amount of money. What was I just going to say? Yeah, fun fact about minimum wage. I just learned recently that in some states, you can pay teenagers less than you pay adults. So anybody that's listening outside of New York, that's not how it works in New York. Minimum wage is minimum wage for everybody. But I can't remember what state I was looking at. Some state that just raised their minimum wage recently raised it for teenagers as well. But like, they raised it a stupid amount. They raised it like 8 cents for everybody. So now the minimum wage is like $10.08 an hour for adults and like $8.21 an hour for teenagers. Like, I'm used to the idea that like waiters and waitresses make less than a minimum wage or have a different minimum wage, but I didn't realize that some states paid kids less. And yes, some states, or all states do, you can pay special needs workers less. And it's really, it makes me angry too, Debbie, because it's super fucked up because there are circumstances where there is no minimum wage. So they'll have a mentally disabled person working and like making like fucking 10 cents an hour. Same with prisons too. They'll pay them stupid amounts, stupidly low amounts, if they pay them at all. And they can't say no. They're not allowed to not work when they're in prison. And California is really bad about this one. They'll sometimes conscript prisoners to do very dangerous jobs, but like firefighting, but they're not eligible. They'll have gained like all these valuable work skills to be a firefighter, and because they have a conviction on the record, they're not eligible to be a firefighter when they get out of prison. So that's one. But yeah, the whole system is kind of fucked about how we pay people.
Yep.
All right, so I've been hunched over this thing, like literally hunched for almost an hour and a half. So I'm going to wind down. I'm not displeased with what's going on. I think I've got most of my line work stabilized, so that's a plus. I'm going to take the camera out of my cleavage. Well, technically it was the Gorilla Pod that was in my cleavage, not the camera, but... So, yeah. I mean, I didn't get, like, a ton of work done, but I filled in the rest of the cross here. I got most of her line work stabilized. I just realized that I missed half of one of her arms, so I'm going to go and throw some lines in there right quick. And, I promise her titties will get their due. And yeah, I think I'm gonna hop on sometime tomorrow to work up more of this. But I don't know. You have any parting wisdom, social media manager Jay?
Well, in the future people that see this after it's done being recorded, make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that happy horse shit that social media companies want you to do to go and do various and sundry metric things for whatever.
Or alternatively,
views.
make up a rumor about me and carve it into a bathroom wall at a sketchy ass rest stop.
Yes.
And then tell me about it,
It's
please.
Essential. This is your homework for tomorrow.
All right. So I'm not going to tell you to like or comment or subscribe or any of that because I don't tell you how to live your life. That's what I have him for. And yeah. Black Lives Matter. Wear a fucking mask. Stay home. Maybe. Once in a while. It's a good idea. Karen. And I will see you later, friends. Bye. End. I said end. Okay, it's ending. Oh, I could cancel the ending right now. Am I still talking? Am I still on?
There's a little bit of lag.
Yeah, that's true. It's just that it's saying ending. It's giving me an option to cancel, so I wonder if it's still recording me. Okay.